mailman. I was hoping he'd get here before we went live because I was wanting to do a unboxing of the companion bundle because it's in the mail today. And I did see the mailman go the opposite direction up the street, so I was hoping he'd be coming down our road before, on my side, before the live started. But so far, no. So we'll see if he shows up in the next few minutes. I may still run out there quickly and get it because, hey, we want to see it. But I haven't seen him yet. Hi, Anita. I hope your daughter's doing better. I know you did say she had an emergency appendectomy on when you were on Randy's show this morning, and hopefully, hey, Renee. And so hopefully that all went really well. Hi, Tina. And she's ready. She's able to come home soon. Hey, Heather. So anyway, like I said, I saw the mailman go the opposite direction, but he hasn't come back my direction yet. So I'm not sure. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, Anita. That's good. So we are just sort of sorry, I was reading. So she's up and around and doing good. That's good. I am really glad to hear that. So hey, Cynthia. Scratch on my arm. Oh, hello, Teresa. So anyway, I was hoping they would show up before we actually got started, but obviously they didn't. So we will either work on something else or I'll run out there when they show up on this side of the street. Which would take me a few minutes, but only a few minutes. And it might be worth it to see the bundle. I have been organizing beads, so I've got my cabinet is out of space. I'm gonna have to get a new one. But so I see we're all chatting about amongst ourselves here. Renee, did you get the email? She wants to know. So we're just hello, Lily. Come on. This is true, Heather. It really does help when you guys like my video and when you share it. Sharing it because then we might get some more viewers, and liking because that helps the algorithm quite a bit to make me come up as a what's next video. So I seriously appreciate it when you guys do like my videos. It's very, very helpful to me. And also, if you want to join my members group, that's the Did I make a new Barbie jewelry video? Yes. I think it was up on, but it was up on a few weeks ago, I think. It's a regular recorded video that was up on a Saturday, though it might have hit Sunday because I had one that I was late getting started. So Barbie jewelries are fun to make. I don't know how many of you ladies make Barbie jewelry. If you have grandkids or something that you might want to make it for, or granddaughters, I should say, not grandkids. Well, I shouldn't say that because there's no law that says boys can't play with Barbies too. We wouldn't want to make laws where people were excluded. So I'm not sure. I was really hoping that mail would show up. You want to give it a shot making Barbie jewelry? Okay. Actually, I just need to, if we find some tiny beads, I could make some right now. I think I still have a few of the pearls left from my champagne, nope, that's champagne toast. That's not the right one. Yeah, this is Guardian Angel from Softlex. There is a few pearls left in here, so we could use the little pearls. So if we want to make some Barbie jewelry, we can do that. I also have all these little crystal cubes from out of our champagne toast. What size beads do I usually use? Little ones, because let's face it, it's going to be on your Barbie's neck. It can't be really big, or she's going to look like she's wearing a Wilma Flintstone necklace, which she could. There's no law says you can't. And I have made some with bigger beads before. In fact, maybe we'll do that now with my remaining gray pearl from out of this set. This is the champagne toast. I have 4 big rondelles left, 1 gray pearl, and 3 of the crystal spacers from out of the champagne toast bead mix. I have the crystal cubes, and I have out of Guardian Angel the remaining little tiny white pearls. So we can make some Barbie jewelry. Nothing saying we can't, right? So let's, these are tiny. So let's see how big, oh, I think I left my caliper in the other room. Well, I may have my older one here somewhere. Let's see. Hey, Marcia, we haven't seen you for a while. How are you doing? I know Marcia had surgery about the same time I did, maybe a little later. But I'm about to have my second surgery here pretty soon. So there you are, caliper. Now this is my old one, so I think these are probably about 3s, maybe even smaller than that. Let's see. Tiny bead. Yeah, it looks like it's either a 2 or a 3. It's pretty small for the pearls. It's about the size of a number 6 seed bead. And you can use seed beads if you want. In fact, that's one of the easiest things to use if you want to do that. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. Hey, Gloria. So let's turn down and see what we want to do here for our Barbie necklace and earrings. Lily's carrying on for some reason. I don't know why. I wonder if Finn's in the bedroom. Anyway, we need some ring memory wire and some tiny beads. I've got these little pearls in here. I've got these little cubes. I think the pearls measured out at like 2 or 3. The cubes are probably 3. Dropped it. They might be 4s, but they're not very big. Wonder if it says in here what size they are. Now it just says clear AB cubes, doesn't specify a size. So I pulled this last gray pearl out of here, as well as some of these, but I'm not sure if I want to use it because it does not want to fall. Well, the cube falls in here better, so maybe we'll use the cube there. Now, because sometimes you need to break them off, beads off, I usually use a seed beader too, where the back part of it would be, so that if I have to break something, I'm not breaking one of these more nicer beads, so to speak. Let's see. Do I have some? These are not gold. These are rose gold. I don't want rose gold. So to start your necklace, to get it, see, I need my memory wire cutters here. There they are. Come here, babies. I don't think Finn's in the bedroom, but he might be. She carries on something fierce when he gets stuck in the bedroom. So, here, get in there. Get in there. This is one of the hardest parts to me, is getting the wire in to get the memory wire cutters into the wire, because they're not the handiest. Now you want about a loop and a half. There we go. Of the memory wire. And you're going to turn one side so that the beads can't fall off as you're working. Now I do have memory wire pliers, but I can tell you right now, I'm going to use them. But here's the problem. See this? They're already bending out away from it. I have had these memory wire pliers. I like them. They work really good for memory wire. But I had one pair break the first time I used them, because they do bend, because this wire's hard. So what you need to do is get your ring loop, come here, baby, in here to bend it, and you want it right. You're being a pain in my rear. You have to have it right at the base, because if you get it any further up, it's gonna try and bend your plier. Get out of there. So we're gonna bend a loop on this one end. And I'm going to bend it until it starts circling back on itself. Because when you've got teeny weeny beads, when you circle, when they are, if you don't have it circling back on itself, they're going to try and just leave. And they will, surprisingly enough. So I'm going to get a couple of, where are you guys? Actually, I'll just use the gold, since we're going to use gold spacers anyway. We'll just use the gold seed beads, and these will work as dividers, as well as I'm going to put them up the back so that if I need to break a bead off, what we're going to break off then will be this wire is poking up, and I would just as soon it didn't do that. But I'm not sure I can get it to fix, because memory wire has got to be one of the most stubborn wires in the world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed a couple of the little gold beads on. Then we're going to go with the pearls. And I think what we'll do is put 3 pearls and then one of these gold seed beads, and then a cube or 2. Now I know you can't see what I'm doing because my hand's in the way, but I'm trying to pick these beads up off the mat, because sometimes, and it just fell off, it's easier than trying to feed them on when they're in your hand, because they're tiny and they like to get under your fingernails. Okay, we got 3 little gold seed beads here. Now I'm going to put 3 of the little pearls on, and then 1 more gold seed bead, and then 1 of the cubes. And the little earrings are really easy to make. It's the necklaces that are hard, and it's only because they are ring wire and they don't want to always cooperate about going on. Come on. You're halfway on. Let's go the rest of the way. Hey, Jay, would you check my bedroom and see if Finn's in there? Because Lily's been crying at the door again.
I don't have to check.
Oh, he's out here?
Yeah, I will immediately start walking. I look at on the carpet in the living room, and I'm just eyeballing him right now.
Okay. Then I don't know what she's carrying on about.
She just ran, stopped, and
That's true. Memory wire is like wrestling with a snake. Good analogy. Some jewelry piece things are more difficult than others. I would say Coriana chain is like working with a wet noodle, a spaghetti noodle, because it likes to wiggle around on you. So now we're going to put on another seed bead. So we've got 3 pearls, and we're going to put on another seed bead just for some differentiation here. Down you go. Then we're going to get a couple of these cubes. I think we'll put a seed bead in between the cubes. Now, since the seed beads are gold, I'm using them like a spacer. Now, as you can see, we're about almost down to where the middle would be, because that would be middle, come straight down. And because that's the case, I'm now going to put my focal pieces in, which is going to be the spacer, this crystal spacer. Go down there. This pearl, this gray pearl. It's quite a bit bigger. This is a 6, I believe. Oop, come back here, you. On you go. Come on, you. Go on there. Well, this 6 may not want to go on here. Might be too small of a hole to go around the corner, which is all right. So what we're going to do is we'll put these two to the side. And instead of having that as our middle, we'll just have the crystal spacer as our middle. And let's see where that's falling at, though. So what I think we'll do is pull our crystal spacer back off. Go off. Off. We'll put on one more seed bead and the crystal square. Well, if I can get the seed bead to go on, that is. Oop, don't need that many. Now we'll put on the crystal spacer and we'll see where it's sitting at. Now see, we're almost past the middle now, and it's going to be a close thing. We may end up breaking some of the seed beads off. We'll find out here. But that's one of the very specific reasons I use the seed beads, so I do not have to just take the whole thing off because I've not got enough space for all the beads I want in here. Because let's face it, a seed bead doesn't cost much. So if you have to destroy one, it's better to destroy a seed bead than one of your other beads. And it's so much simpler than taking everything back off and starting over. Especially with memory wire. Now, if it was another bit of wire, I probably wouldn't think about it. But memory wire is not easy to deal with, and I don't, especially this tiny stuff. So I don't want to have to take it off and put it on. So I always start with at least 1 or 2 seed beads because that's what we're going to crunch if we need to crunch something. Come on, go on there, Pearl. It says no. Well, we'll get you a different one then. Boy, this side doesn't want to go on. Come on, little pearls. I know you will, because I've got 3 on the other side. Twist. There we go. 1 on. be. Hey, Jan. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Hi, Dawn. It breaks my heart to crush them too, but I'd much rather crush a seed bead than have to restring one of these because it's just got a little bit too many beads on. And that's why I always start with a seed bead so I don't have to worry about crushing something else. I don't have to rethread the whole thing because this little tiny stuff is very hard to do that. And I think we will have to get rid of at least one of our seed beads, but let's find out. 2 and 3. So that's what we've got left. Let's see what we can do here. So we get it as close to the base as we can. Down, come here. And start turning it. It's right there. Very, very close. See how close we are. If I can maybe get it just a teeny bit closer here, then I will be fine. Oops. Now see, here's what I was afraid of. See how that just slid up and around there? And that's because this has a slight opening right here where our seed beads are at. Whoop. No spilly beads. Okay, see, this one is trying to get up and around this corner. So I need to get this where it's bent outward some. I need to get it to bend back in because it's creating a gap big enough for the beads to get through. And we don't want them falling off. So I think we may have just got it good enough though. Just needs to, like I said, you can break a bead off if you need, as long as you don't want it sliding up and over and around, which is what I've got going on here. That's why I'm working this end to get this tighter here, so that when the seed beads try to come up there, they don't have a place to go. And I think we're good. So there is our little necklace. Now what we need to do is make a little pair of earrings, and we'll use one of the cubes, one of the seed beads, and one of the pearls for each one. And what you need to make them is one eye pin and one head pin a piece per earring. So there's our little necklace. Ta-da. And we're gonna slide these things sideways so they're not in our way. I will get some head pins and some eye pins. We don't need big ones because they're not very much to these. So a couple of head pins. One. So what we're going to do is to make the earring that matches our necklace here. So we're going to put one cube, one seed bead, and then one pearl. Oops, don't lose the pearl. Come on, pearl. Go on. There we go. Now, if you wanted a little bit longer dangle than that, you could put a second pearl on here or a second seed bead, something. Well, let's see what it would look like with a second pearl. If we need to get some more pearls out of the box, we can do that. Well, if it'll go on, it doesn't want to. It's bending the wire instead. So oh no, your son didn't make it? I'm sorry to hear that, Dorothy. Yeah, the fingernails are still doing well. I haven't busted them all up yet. Okay, now go down there. Two is all right. I think we can go with the two, as long as I can get two on this other pin. The mail probably has come by now, but I haven't, because they had gone the other direction before I sat down, but when I waited for a while and it hadn't. So instead, we're making Barbie jewelry right now. Tina requested that, so these pearls, there we go. The coating is being rather stubborn about going through, but that's all right. We'll get it. There we go. So we have our 2 earrings all ready to be finished up. So what we do is we want to get in here and make the teeniest little bend for our loop. Now, if you wanted to do a simple loop, you could on these, but remember, if you're going to give these to a child, they are not going to be all that careful with them. Yes, these go in the ears of your Barbie doll. Up and around and over. And then we're going to wrap this just like we would anything. So, and I'm going to show you how that works in a minute, Cindy. So we're just going to wrap this little guy up just like we would anything that we're making, that we want to make a wrapped loop on. Oops, he slid down. No sliding. Come on, get back up there. Okay, I see a couple of comments coming on in, and I will check those in just a second. I want to get this earring put together here. Never made Barbie jewelry. Well, I will show you how these work in just a moment. So we're going to cut this guy off just like we would normally and tuck him in. And sometimes when I make these, I think, well, you know, if I was a small earring person, these would be cute little human earrings too, not just for dolls. So we want to get that nice and straight there. It's a little crooked, so I'm straightening it. Now we're going to get the other one wrapped. They would be very dainty, little tiny earrings if they were for a human. But hey, you could. There's no reason why you couldn't. And there's some people who like really tiny earrings. My daughter's one. She's a nurse, so she can't wear big earrings. So I frequently make her tiny little earrings when I'm making earrings for her. So now we have our earrings, except they're not quite done. So I'm going to, that's what these are for over here, is to do that finishing touch. So what we're going to do, oops, I missed one. We're going to take these, we have the eye pin, and we're going to take a flat nose plier. Now these are my bigger flat nose pliers. I have two that I use. This is my bigger, as I say, and this is my smaller. But you see, that's only about half the size of the bigger. I want the bigger. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to grab this wire about, an 1/8 of an inch up. Then I'm going to take it, I'm just going to bend it up like that. Then once I've got it up there, I'm going to take my pliers and I'm just going to squish it. Now I know Heather says she has a trick for squishing better on a certain pair of pliers she uses. I just use my flat nose, so they'll work just fine if you don't have the same kind Heather has that makes a pretty good squished bend. So just bend them like this. Then you're going to hold it here. Trust me, you want to hold it here because you're going to clip off this excess where it's just about to the ring here. And if you don't hold this, the rings, this side, the side with the ring on it, and it goes flying, you're never going to find it because it's tiny. So then we're just going to squish that little bit down again. So it's, wow, that wonked out weird. Come here, you bent. I don't want you bent. So. I rarely make Barbie jewelry on camera, and so, of course, since I'm on camera, this last little bit wants to be difficult here. There we go. Now we're going to do the same thing with this one. Grab it about, it doesn't have to be any specific amount because this is going to be in your Barbie's head. So it doesn't really matter if it's not a perfect measurement, so to speak. So we're going to bend this down. See, this one is bigger, I think, than that one is, and that's all right. I want it bent down here. So it's pretty close to the loop here. And we're going to cut it off, holding this side because we don't want it to go flying. Cut about right here. I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to just bend this guy down, and my mat's shedding, it looks like. So now we've got the two pieces that go in your doll's head. This one I'm going to get bent a little better here. Okay. Then we're going to take our little eye pin here. We're going to open the eye up, slide our earring portion on, close it up tight, and that is sticking up still. So I'm going to try and get that down closer to the base wire. There we go. That's better. Do the same with the other one. Not that piece, this piece, Rose. Open up the eye, put on the earring piece, and close your eye back up. And there's your Barbie jewelry. You got earrings and a necklace. Ta-da! Make a pair for yourself so you have a pair to match your Barbie. Yeah, that'd be cute. Uh-oh, we had a dead zone, Gloria. So now I'm going to show you how to put these on your Barbie, since we had that question from Cindy. And so I have my little model over here. She's always here. Here she is. She's got messy hair, but that's all right. To put her necklace on, you just pull your wire apart. There it goes. It's on her neck right now. Now she's got little studs in right now, so I have to pull her studs out of her ears. And then see how it's got a hole here? You just take your pin and you push your pin right through that hole. And that's why I said that it doesn't matter the length of those, because it's now stuck in her ear and going into her head. Now, if you have a Barbie that doesn't have ear holes and you want it to be able to wear earrings like this, you can make ear holes, because most Barbie's heads are rubber. So to do that, come on, baby, go in there. There we go. So now she has her earrings on and her necklace on. So to do this, if you don't have a Barbie doll with holes in its ears, but you want them to have it, take an ink pen and make a teeny weeny put a little tiny spot where you want your ear hole to be. Then take a needle, heat it up, and just jab it in and then pull it right out. If you don't pull it out fast enough, it will keep melting because the rubber's melting because of the heat. So that is how you make an ear hole if they don't already have one. So there we go, our little necklace and our earrings. Da-da-da, isn't she cute? So there we go. Put these to the side so I can put them back onto her later. Those little ear studs are just made with a little 4 millimeter Swarovski crystal. This one is actually broken and I should replace them. And instead of a ball head pin, I used a flat head pin so that the ball wouldn't stick out. So that's a real easy way to make a little ear stud. Of course, if you make an ear stud, you put the bead on, then you on a regular flathead, and then you bend your wire over, see about how close it needs to be to your stone, cut it off, and finish bending it down, being careful not to break your stone. I broke this stone because I pulled it in and out of her head so many times that it has broken now. So I do actually, these are pretty big size, or I'd make her a new pair, but this one would be, her earring would be a lot bigger. Guess that's what I have sitting here beside me. But do I have any flat ear wires here? Flat heads. I don't keep a lot of flat heads because I prefer ball head. If I do have a flat head, we could actually make her a new pair here. You sit aside, sweetie. We're gonna see if the pearls will go on these copper wires. Hi, Dorothy. You renewed your see if these tiny pearls will go on these copper ones here. These copper ones feel like they might be a little thicker than the gold ones were. Yeah, I'm afraid they are. So that won't work. I don't want to just scrape them all up. So let's see. So just put the little crystal on like this. don't think I want to. I don't think we want crystals. I'm going to make, the pearls are too small. They won't go on here. Oh my goodness, Cynthia. You've got 2 feet of snow. We had a dusting, but that's all we got yesterday. But it's pretty darn cold. Georgina. How do you pierce the Barbie's ears? I'm going to take this one out. Come here, you. It's one thing with the fake nails, it's a little harder to grab the earwear. See how she's got a little dark spot here on her ear? Just bring her up here. It's in Billings, my package from you. That's all right. So you take a little mark, put a little mark on here. So take a ink pen or whatever, and just put a little mark where you want it to be. Then you take a needle. You could actually even use a head pin and heat it up, because these are rubber, they'll melt. So you just poke it in, let it sit for just a few seconds, pull it out, and you now have a hole. The South got a horrible ice storm. Yeah, I follow Katie Van Slyke. She has a horse. She breeds horses and cattle in Tennessee, and they were having a nasty freezing rain ice storm yesterday. Trees were breaking everywhere. It was bad. Anyway, so we're going to put her earring right here, because we're going to make her a new pair. I'm just trying to decide what I want to put on them. So she's going to get a new little pair of studs. We need a tiny little bead. Trying to think of what I have that I've got that's tiny beads. Ooh. Come here, my wicked pink. I think I saw some little bicones in the wicked pink here. And she's got pink dress on. So we could give her a little, ooh. Maybe we'll give her little stone ones. What do you think, guys? Shall we give her crystals or stones? We got both. They'll both work. We're going to make some ear studs. You have a son in Tennessee? You follow her too, Brandy? So we can make, what do you think? Should we make little stone ones? Though I'm not sure these are stone. They might just be glass. Either way, we can make her some little pink ear studs out of the pink bicones or the little stones. Everybody's saying stones. Okay, so we're going to go for the stones. Got to open this package up because it's never been opened yet. Put it in something else after we use it here. We only need 2. Though we could make a necklace to match if we wanted to, because we got plenty. We're gonna, no, you stay there. There's no falling here. These fit fine on here. We now have a little ear stud here. Do the same on this one. Now we're going to take our flat nose pliers again. Get in here. You can get it as close or as far as you want it. Just a little, but I tend to go just a little bit. See how I've just got a little bit of excess there? Bend it up. And then push our wire down. Now, on this, because we're making an ear stud and the stone's already there, we want to be a little careful about where we're bending it down to and where we're cutting. I want to have it relatively close to the stone so it will hold the stone down in place so it's not sliding all over the place. Not that it would once it's in her ear anyway, but come on, go down there. Okay, you're gonna have to straighten back up so I can get that bend out of you. In you go. See, now she has a little pink ear stud instead of just the regular dangle. So again, we're going to get in here with this one, bend it over, bring it over. Oh, come on, you. Trim this right about here. Bend it down better. And now she has a new pair of ear studs. So you've needled your Coriana chain? I've never heard of doing that. So now she has some instead of having the little diamond studs, since one of them was broken, or crystal studs, now she has some little rhodonite studs for her ears. We also could make her another necklace to match her rhodonite studs if we wanted to. And we could make it just a straight, come on, get out of her hair. Straight rhodonite with no focal, or we can find a little bead to work as a nice little pink focal, or even a crystal focal for in the middle. Come on, go in there. There we go. So now she has pink studs. And to take it off, you just pull it. So there's our necklace and earrings we just made. Little pink studs in her ears. She does have a pink and purple dress. So the purple, pink worked really nice for that. So yeah, I hadn't thought about doing that with Coriana chain either. I didn't even think of needling it. It's an interesting thought, and it sounds like it works, so that's great. Shall we make her a little necklace to match her earrings here? Get a little more of our ring. Now I have this in both a silver and gold. Not seeing my silver right off the top. Doesn't really matter, I guess. We're going to hide it anyway. So we'll get another hunk of our memory wire. And we're going to need our memory wire cutters, of course, because we don't want to try cutting this with our regular cutters unless we want to wreck them. So I'll get a in here, find about halfway, trim a piece off. Now I want my memory wire pliers back so we can turn the one end. Come on, get this side out. I don't want this side, just this side. The hardest part about doing this turn is getting the other side out of the freaking way because it wants to be a bugger. Okay, no, you don't get to go back in there. Turn. Okay, let's get that pokey spot down some. Okay. One side turned. So I'm gonna get a few more of the gold beads. I could use white instead of gold if we wanted to use white. Actually, I think I probably even have pink here somewhere. Let me see if I can find the pink easily. That's yellow. Another white. Copper. Since the ear stud wires are copper, maybe we'll use copper. So we'll get some coppers out. We want to put that 2 or 3 coppers on to start with. One, 2, 3. Oops, number 3 fell off. Can't be having that. And then I want to call it a rhodonite. I don't think it is. I think it's just check glass, but you never can tell because it wasn't marked. So I'm going to just go, maybe we'll just go copper rhodonite and not put a specific focal on here. I think it'll look cute just like that, maybe. Pretty basic, and that's all right. Basic is fine. But we could put a focal if we want, but I think this is going to be like an everyday wearer, and we're not going to worry about fancy danning it up, I think. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Okay, oops, knocked one of my seed beads off. Let's get that back on there. And we'll get our memory wire pliers and turn this one. Oh boy, you're not turning very well. Get back over here. Come on. And this may be one that we break off the bottom two seed beads that are because it's becoming problematic. They're trying to jump right up in the ring pretty well. So let go of my nail. That's not nice. There we go. Because see, that seed bead is up in there, and even when I push it all the way down, it doesn't want to. It's still being a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our regular pliers, and this one, since it's sliding off anyway, can just slide off. Go on, slide off. You want to, you know you do. Come on. And then we'll go to the other side, since we only want two on either side now. Go in, get hold of that seed bead, and just snap. And because they're glass, they'll break. So now we'll get back into the other side, which doesn't have its loop finished. And we'll turn it. Now you have to be straightened because it turns sideways when I did that. So there she has her necklace to go with her studs. So now she can put this necklace on to go with her studs and her new studs, and she looks very pretty. Put these guys into a new baggie since this one is now cut open. Let's see. Okay, everything's in their proper bag now. Get me a tiny baggie for these guys to go into your own. Now, because this number is right here and it tells me what these beads are, I am going to get up in here and cut this number off. just in case I need to check and see what they are, or get some more if I should want more. So I have their stock number. I'll put it in the baggie along with the beads and put this back in our Wicked bundle here, Wicked Pink. So two sets of Barbie jewelry, this little pearl and crystal dangle pair, and the little rhodonite studs with the rhodonite and copper. Would you stop falling? So there is that necklace, those earrings, and this necklace, and these earrings. 2 sets today. Well, we're at an hour and 15 minutes. It's 11:17. So we can be done for the day, or I can run out and see if my mail came, and maybe. Heather, you come on at 12? Now, I don't sell these for less than $10 for the set because they're just a pain in the butt to make, even if the beads don't cost that much. But I do price them out just like I do anything else. You are indeed. Okay. So, let's see. These were from a kit, so I have to sort of guesstimate how much they'd cost. I know I got her hair stuck in this one. I do know that the crystal spacers at this size are usually about 20 cents a piece. And so let's do some quick figuring and see what I think this set should be. So let's see, about a quarter's worth of ring wire. And then we have, these are about 10 cents each. 10, 20, 40. So I'd make this set probably about $12 and this set about $10. And what I do when I get these ready to go into my sell stuff is I take a picture of the Barbie wearing the jewelry. Here I have one that I finished the other day that I haven't put into my craft stuff or into my sell shed, or my Etsy shop, I should say. And so what I do is I take a picture of my Barbie wearing this set that I've made. This set is right in here. And then I put them in a little baggie and staple it to it, because these are so small that if they're sitting on your craft table all by themselves, dimes to dollars are going to disappear. Let's face it, this is easy to pocket because it's tiny. So if you're going to sell these, and I will admit that I sell these best closer to Christmas time, because grandmothers and mothers are buying them for their daughters that play with Barbies, or even have Barbie collections like I have, just to put them in your Christmas stocking or something. They're a great stocking stuffer. So So that's what I do. I staple the set to a picture so they can see what it looks like on the Barbie, and I don't have to worry so much about them getting heisted because they are small, they are easily pocketed, and yeah. So after we're done here, I will take pictures of both these sets by themselves and on the Barbie. Then I will print a picture for them to be stapled onto. But like I say, I think this set's going to be 12. This set will be 10. This set that she's wearing, this one is 12 here that she's got on this package. So Barbie condos out of empty printer paper boxes. How cute. That must have been really cute. I like that idea. So anyway, my husband buys me a holiday Barbie every year for Christmas. And their jewelry is horrid. The stuff they have on them, just cheap little bits of plastic. They look horrible. So if I can easily get them out of their box without damaging the box, I'll take them out, make them a whole new set of jewelry, and then put them in. But I'll keep the old jewelry since Barbies tend to be collector's items. And so I'll keep the old stuff and I'll put it in a baggie and drop it down in the bottom of the box. So it is there if I should decide to sell these as collector's items. I don't generally because they're mine, but I'm sure everybody understands what I mean by that. So anyway, so I'll get up some pictures of these two. This is a nice, simple little necklace. I like it. So there. Good idea. Now I have made Barbie jewelry. There's a club, I believe they're based out of California, but every once in a while they'll get hold of me because they're refurbishing Barbies and making them, fancying them up with new clothes and stuff, and they'll have me make them sets of jewelry. So that's always fun. You collect special holiday Barbies, Valentine's, Easters, etc. See now, Tina, now you can make yours. Your Barbie some new jewelry. Which Barbie is this one? I think this is the Beach Dreams or something like that. She's just one of the least expensive ones. She's not one of my collector ones. This is the one I just keep here beside my desk for a model for my jewelry I make. She does have two-tone hair. She has blue and white hair. So, yeah, when I was a kid, my grandmother was a seamstress, and of course, she taught all of us to sew. But we used to make our Barbies clothes, sometimes really fancy dresses, sometimes just really simple things. But oh, you have a graduation Barbie from 20 years. That's really cool. The only thing I really don't make them is bracelets. She does have a bracelet on. It's the one that came with her. And the only reason I don't make bracelets, and I could if I knew that the piece was staying put. Can you use stretch cord for the necklace? Yes, you can. But you got to remember that you're probably going to want a longer necklace than just one that's right here by her neck, because it's got to go over their heads. They don't like to lose their heads. I remember when I was a kid, you could just pull the Barbies' heads off. You can't do that anymore. They don't want to come off. And I'm not sure you can get them back on if you do get them off. So you need your stretch cord to be big enough to go over her neck, but not so big, that it's going to look really funky. But since you do need it to be big enough to go over her head, and then it would droop like a, it would hang like a normal necklace for us, probably. Um, you can hide your knot in a large hole bead, and that large hole bead can be your focal. That's great, Carolyn. So, so yeah, my grandmother was a seamstress. She taught my mom and all of us how to sew. She was very insistent that we knew how. We actually made most of our own school clothes when I was a teenager. So, but I haven't made any of my Barbie's clothes for a while now. A jump ring, with just one bead. Yeah, but the reason, anyway, to finish up what I was saying, I don't usually make bracelets for them because if it's one that that is going to a child, like Cindy is just now saying she'd like some for her granddaughter. Well, your children or grandchildren, the littles, so to speak, are not going to leave the same jewelry on. They're going to want to be able to change them. And so the bracelets, I could make it a bracelet, but it's gonna, once you remove it more than once or twice, it's gonna get all funked up. So you were deprived and never had a Barbie? Oh, this is horrible. I had one that was an amputee. It was an amputee because my dog got hold of it and chewed one of its legs off at the knee. Where does he get the collector ones? You can order them from Amazon. You can get them at Walmart, Target. A lot of the uh-oh. Okay, we're back. I noticed I hourglassed there for a minute. So you could, they're just called holiday Barbies. They're not cheap. I think the cheapest I've seen them at is like $48. And last year's holiday Barbie, we waited. I didn't get it for Christmas. We got it after Christmas when it started going on sale, because for some reason they had it them $87, and they were like, "Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get one for $87." So yeah, you could use a jump ring. I got one right. Well, no, I thought that was one, but it's just one of my wire pieces. There is some, yeah, there's one, an oval one, but oops. I think it would even need to be bigger than this one. So I'd probably make one a jump ring. But yeah. But that's why I don't make bracelets for mine, because your kids are not going to leave it. Little guys are not going to leave the jewelry on. They're going to want to switch your jewelry up. They're playing with them. They're changing their clothes. They're changing their jewelry. So they're not going to leave. When can you post the jewelry pictures for Softflex's Love Letter? Is Love Letter the brand new one, or is that one of the specials? Let me check. It's the new one. I haven't opened mine yet because we can't do the videos until Wednesday evening or after. So it would be Wednesday night. I can't remember when they changed the unboxing to for Sarah or Kristen, whoever's doing it this week. I think they switched it to 1:00 Pacific time. What Carolyn, what time zone are you in? So if it's 1:00 Pacific, it would be 2 my time, 3 Central, and 4 East Coast. So you'd have to wait until after they do the reveal. And so, oh no, your friend stole your whole case of Barbies? Oh, that sucks. Okay, Carolyn, you're in the same time zone as Softlex is. So, I'm pretty sure that they used to do it at 3, but I'm pretty sure they moved it up to 1, if I remember right. Let's see if the card says. I usually wait to open mine until, it's right then, so to speak. So it 1 p.m. Pacific East. Yeah. So they'll open it at 1. And so they're usually only take an hour, so you can start posting them at 2 o'clock your time on Wednesday. So I'm going to love it. I have never ever been horribly disappointed in a Softlex kit. There's been a few that I've been going, okay, well, it's all right, but it's nothing that is really blowing my skirt up. But I've never really disliked one. I think they do a really good job of making them. In fact, my Guardian Angel one, this is what I have left. Well, now, because I've used some of the pearls. I have some of the little pearls left and 3 of the big crystals. That gold crystal that's in there, that gold pearl that's in there actually came out of Champagne Toast, which I should move it back to where it belongs. And this is all I have left of Champagne Toast, other than the teeny little strands. That we used the little square crystals in this necklace here. And then I haven't even opened up, I don't think, the little brown strand. And I haven't used the little champagne glasses. So I probably will make another pair of earrings using the little champagne glasses and some of these remaining things. That's what I have remaining from Champagne Toast right there. So, there was one that I was sort of disappointed in, and it wasn't because of the beads. It was the one, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, and I know it was supposed to be centered on, what's her name? Marilyn Monroe. But I just was expecting more diamonds, something more crystals or something that was more diamond. How do I want to put it? Represented diamonds, if you call something Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, I'm sorry, I need some diamonds, And that was the only one that actually disappointed me. And it wasn't because the beads weren't gorgeous, because they did a good job. It was just that, no diamonds. So this is what's left of my Champagne Toast set. We now have one more item from the Champagne Toast to put up, because now we have 2 little, the crystals are from Champagne Toast. The pearls are from Guardian Angel. So your daughter's dolls were all nudes. Oh, hi, Kimberly. I didn't know you were on. You got disappointed that they put the brown ceramics in there. Was that in Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend? The brown ceramics? I know one had the pinky ceramics and one had the white ceramics, and we've had a couple with the brown ceramics. And the thing I like about having the ceramics, here's a white one right here, is that lovely big hole. And that's because they'll go on leather. You can put them on a stretch bracelet and put the knot in this hole. You know, there's all kinds of, oh, sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera. There's all kinds of things you can do. So I thought that's fun. And so anyway, we made our 2 sets of Barbie jewelry. My Beadbox Bargains companion bundle is supposed to be in the mail, and it's probably out in my mailbox now since we've been on for an hour and a half. Let's turn up. Oh yeah, they do have all colors of the ceramic beads. You're right, because I have some. I've got some in a sort of maroon color. I've got the white. I've got brown. I've got black. We got a navy blue. So yeah, there is quite a few different colors of the ceramic beads. Is there a video for today's value bundle? I have not even known about the value bundle until somebody, I think it was Dominique, posted. I have not looked. I do not know what it looks like. I'm actually sitting here cringing because I love to get all the bundles, but my beading checking account is like, there's only about $30 or $40 left in it, so I'll have to really want it. So I will go look at it because I do, but so you know, that's the way it goes. So anyway, let's take a look at our Barbie doll again. Here she is with her ear studs and copper and rhodonite necklace on. Ta-da! And then we have the little pearl and crystal necklace here, and here are the little tiny earrings. Now, as I said, my daughter would have me just put these on an ear wire. Your bead checking is really low too. Yeah. So there is your own. Yeah, I got the one on Friday. That's one of the reasons why my money's low. Because of course I had to get some box extras while I was at it. So I did have fun making these, and yeah, I haven't seen anything either, but I haven't looked. So that's what we made today. We're going to get off so everybody can go get a drink, go potty, do anything, have a bite to eat, anything you want to do before Heather's going to come on in 20 minutes. And I hope you enjoyed making these little Barbie jewelries with me. Like I said, I'm going to take some pictures of them now so I can print the little Barbie doll, the little Barbie with her jewelry on that I use to staple these onto, so they don't get excuse me, don't get lost. And so I think they turned out very cute. I actually am quite pleased with this little rhodonite one. I wasn't sure because talking too much. Because I usually put a focal in it, but this one turned out so cute with just the copper and the rhodonite. I think that looks really nice. So anyway, that's our 2 pair of Barbie jewelry. We're going to go for the day. Tomorrow we will unbox a companion bundle, as long as it's in my mailbox like it says it's supposed to be. Your aunt is going to say, "What are you doing going to the hospital, Anita?" But you're going to go visit your daughter, obviously. So I'm going to go for the day. We'll see you later. Obviously, I need to get me a drink of water. And we'll see you all tomorrow morning. unless we see you over on Heather's channel, which I will. We'll see you later. Bye bye. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden.